notice the pattern,
He opens one of our doors one day and we'll say, "Clever girl."
and then probably die.
Yeah, I will.
Probably.
I will
I
be
mean,
the death of you all one day.
He'll then go. He'll then go for the
Hopefully.
jugular. You just gotta remember the other defense we have against Andrew. Distance. He's not very, I don't say it was like commit. He does know where. He has been inside my house now though. So
That
there's
sounded sinister. He's been inside my house.
true.
I was promised cake, and there was no cake.
It's 'cause we didn't have any
Anywho,
flour.
it's episode 26. Come to Daddy UwU. We ended last time with doesn't really matter who. Someone was about to step into the Fey portal.
Just realised that the cake is a lie.
You just realised that now. Well, Via's not going in. She's plonking the other Via like somewhere that looks comfortable, probably in the building that we were in when she opened the portal.
Are you?
Did we want to long rest beforehand, or did we just want to jump in?
Yeah, Via
Or
brings
had
it up.
plans to-
Via brings it up as like, well, yes, we are on a little bit of a time crunch because we don't know how long this universe is going to last.
Good point.
One, I'm kind of drained, and this could be dangerous. I would like to, I'd like to put it forward for all of you for us to take a little bit of time to rest up and get our bearings and make sure that we're ready for whatever might be on the other side of that.
Yeah. To be fair,
Nab,
I do still have
Nabs.
the level of exhaustion.
True, Nabs the Lumen. You, me, divination duty, pull, tugs.
No,
Oh,
I
we're
want
settling
sleep.
for a nap. Okay.
Because it arguably only works properly once per day.
Starts
If we-
floofing pillow, and then it's just like, no, you come with me. Oh, okay.
we have a little bit of work to do, but 20 minutes. Well, yeah,
In and out, 20-minute adventure. 20-minute adventure.
20-minute look
You
at
see
it.
Lumen just before you're about to go to sleep. Oh god, the pain.
In and out 20-minute adventure into the future, maybe, possibly, potentially.
Okie dokie, we'll give this a shot.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so since he doesn't have any fucking clue what's going on, what does Murdertha do?
I have no clue what Murdertha would do. Because he's not allowed to murder gnomes anymore.
I mean, it's not so much as he's not allowed, but it's more like doing the murdering of the gnomes could summon a version of his
A god that's not his god, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I named this character.
He's gonna sit there just like scrabbling at his chest, trying to see if he could like extract the thing that like links him to a gnome now.
I made this character before I watched Hasbin, and their name is Alistair. So
It-
now that's all I can think of them as.
Is anyone gonna stop him scratching at his chest? Like a crazy person?
He hasn't been to actually open it up.
I mean, it depends how like vigorous he's going to be at it.
I mean, it doesn't
He's
look like
he's
falling
like
over
he's
the
like
ground.
if you leave an animal with stitches without a cone on. He's
Look,
like going at those stitches.
Graham, on a scale of Higurashi, where is he?
He's like a 6 out of 10 Higurashis.
Okay, so not too bad, but pretty bad.
Yeah. He's trying, but he hasn't quite gone to using sharp implements yet.
Predators,
Do you
everything
want me to
alright?
look if there's anything in there?
I can feel it.
Anything
He's gonna.
in there. Pulls out the scalpel.
I can feel it. The fucking gnome's gonna kill me out of nowhere. They're always good. They're tricksy.
I think you'll be okay, man.
There's a spearhead inside my heart.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't know what the rest of you know about biology,
Murdertha,
but
expert
as a
at biology.
well-learned medicine person, I know that hearts usually are required to not be pierced with stuff to stay alive.
Yeah, but think about it this way: it's like a magic heart for you now.
Magic gnome heart.
You know that
Scrabble's harder.
Some magics work with stuff pierced through the heart.
Yeah.
It's like
Sure, you read those books.
it's like when you was if someone ever mentions magic gnome heart or like he's like Scrabble's harder. Try and get rid of it.
It's a magic kobold heart. That's accurate to what it is. It's your heart, so it's a magic kobold heart. You wouldn't want to remove something that is koboldy.
Roll persuasion
It's with a cobalt spear, right?
by a gnome.
But the thing that
Six.
pierced you is a cobalt spear.
Egg harder.
Damn. Well, I was close and I tried, but I didn't succeed.
Now, here's the real funny thing. Can I roll like a strength or athletics to try and see how well I dig?
I mean, yeah, if you're going for it, like ignoring his horrible persuasion.
Yeah, like basically, I wouldn't have done it if his persuasion wasn't quite as bad.
For now, just give me a straight
Oh, sorry.
strength.
Hang on. One minute. I do have
Wow.
disadvantage, so it's actually worse than 6.
I'm so weak.
You-
I'm so weak. It's not actually a danger.
Sadly, you just did your nails.
I also my talking you out of it is even worse because I have that level of exhaustion.
I checked before with like detect magic or anything if there's actually something there. I can't remember.
I don't think it. I think it kind of got glossed over because we went straight into something else.
Well, I'll just let you know. Yes, there is a thing in his heart. Well, like if you detect magic, yes, it does show up as where you would understand his heart being.
So it's similar like our Childland Child's embedded somewhere.
Yeah.
When a nat one is rolled, I will request a knife.
Scratches like he's got mittens on.
On the detect magic, does it look similar to the necrotic Chardlin, or is it completely different?
Completely different.
Don't have a knife. God damn it!
I have a knife.
Don't
Can I get a
give
knife?
it
Can I
to him.
borrow your knife, please?
Don't do it.
Don't give the kobold sharp implements.
Ignoring that I did roll on that one on my persuasion to convince him to stop.
Newt is
What do you
literally
want to
like,
do with a knife?
I've actually got a knife that's good for cutting open.
Surgery?
Yeah. On what?
Me?
Don't
Is
remove
that
it.
unhealthy?
Don't you want to see what my heart looks like for your own curiosity?
It's not a good plan.
He has a good point.
Meredith, if you have been stabbed through the heart, you should at least you're lucky to still be around. Don't tempt fate by literally cutting into yourself, please.
Look, doing
Yeah, I'll
open
roll
heart
persuasion.
surgery on someone
Guidance.
that person will almost certainly get an infection.
God,
Especially
Is
when
he-
he's in the middle of the street.
Right, a
it-
dirty 20, the dirtiest of 20s, to
Ugh.
with what I just said there to get him to stop.
Okay, maybe I should wait for a cleaner environment.
Yeah, that
Did it
makes sense.
Calm you
That's a
down if I
start.
identified
That's a
whatever you
start.
have in your chest.
I mean, I think you have to be able to like touch the thing to identify it, right?
Is any
I'll- I'll
is
take-
any piece of it still peeking out?
No.
So yeah,
Can
so
I
like if we
perceive
can
him
make a
with
clean
detect
room and you
magic?
can sterilize a knife and cut me open and identify it.
I'll take him not cutting his own chest open immediately as a win.
Likewise. Ah,
So if I cut a small hole and just put a finger in it, then touch it.
So what you're
Hostile
learning is
environment, don't do it.
you can't leave the two of them alone anymore.
We're just look. We put one fire out at a time, Andrew.
it's like
Is it?
you know that like cartoon of like a ship sinking and there's like a hole and the water's coming through and you put your hand on and then another hole opens, put hand on,
Yeah.
another hole opens, put foot on, another hole opens, press head into it, 5 more holes pop up.
Well, I've accepted my fate. Leans back.
Okay, I'll try to
Oh.
identify it when we're in a cleaner environment and can do it safely.
Okay,
I
I
would-
agree.
I would.
Because we are
enjoy if
kind of
that-
just in a hut right now.
I would enjoy if that that bit ultimately ended up with just a boat made of people.
Maybe we should
Like
do it.
eventually the whole boat just is just nothing but leak and it's just gone, but you've just got people there instead.
That's just people in the water. It's not really
Yeah.
a boat anymore.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but they've like formed the boat like in ants.
Via, are you pulling Lumen off?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go Augury, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, you're doing what to Lumen?
No, I'm having Lumen do this as well. It's a spell. But if I cast it again, if I cast it multiple times, I just get nonsense random readings. So it pays to, when using this, to have another caster do it, because then you can look at multiple futures. Well, multiple potential ones over the course of the next half an hour. But it also doesn't take into account different, like, changes in circumstances or different spells. So I'm just using this and getting Lumen to do it as well to give us an idea of what specific actions would be more beneficial going forward. And I swear to God, or their gods, the stars, I think we're just going to get both good and bad results constantly, but I'm going to try.
To be fair, we should probably do this once we've taken a long rest, then like do it as a ritual tomorrow morning, just before we go in.
Yes, my thought was look at two scenarios now, because
Sure.
augury doesn't take into account changes, even though that
Alright.
if we look at it tomorrow or tomorrow morning, the scenario might be different.
True, so we ask for like if we were to go in now, what would occur? Right, fair.
Yeah, I mean, we will get that information too. So yeah, I thought I could look at futures where I go in first and try to kind of put him in get him to listen, because I am the real deal. I'm not a construct. I wasn't
You're
made by
looking at the
him.
real deal now.
I wasn't made by him. I wasn't born in this universe, but I also wasn't born in this universe. So that should surely get his interest. But he might just immediately say I'm lying and kill me. In which
Yeah.
case, that would be woeful. And I thought you could look at a future where you go in first, because he's at least expecting you, and then any additional arguments we do could be
Yeah,
if we
try-
go in at the same time, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
sure.
So
Begin
Ask
augurying.
God your questions.
If I go in first,
well,
and-
all that we get is wheel, war, both, or neither.
Yeah, you get a
If
thumbs
I-
up, a thumbs down, or the middle.
Or
if I- Lumen's question is if I go in first and make my case that like it's all Steve 2's fault and we could
you have
maybe
to remember
save
you have that
your-
brand to get rid of.
Yeah, we can maybe save your daughter's soul without you killing Via, like this other Via. Then maybe we could team up and be friends, and you don't have to kill them. How well will that go? Is my question.
So just because it's me being weird, only you can see this, Lumen. You see a giant ethereal hand appear and be doing like a thumbs down, and then it slowly turns to a thumbs up.
So it'll go initially not great, but then get better.
That's all you're getting.
Okay.
Right, and Via's question is, if she goes in just ahead of Lumen as a sort of representative, because he won't be expecting her, and states specifically that she is not one of his constructs, she'll call him dad, not master, and say I am yours, but also not I'm yours, but from a different universe. The reason that the elf boy came in before and got branded by you is because I got him here and didn't approach because I was too frightened of the state that you're in. We've brought the V that you created, but we know why you can't bring her back. We know what's happened to her, and we know who's responsible. We wish to, and all that this Via wants is his support and his help, his knowledge for us to basically join forces, and hopefully he can get the actual Via that he lost back, and there's no need for anyone to die. But should go, I've brought the elf person who you've branded. He's also got your construct Via with him, so we're all together.
Also,
Isn't
technically,
augury
How
one
well-
quick, easy question?
You detail a course of action you plan to take within the next half an hour.
Fair enough. I thought it was always more like, is it okay if I do this?
It doesn't say how deep or how not deep you can go into it. It just says you detail
That's
a
fair.
plan that you plan a course
Yeah,
of action you plan
I'm
to
with you.
take. Yeah. How well would Via going in first and trying to make him go, hold up, you're not a construct.
For you, a giant fist appears and basically
In the
hovers
face.
on the side.
right?
So-
So you got a neutral.
Yes.
I got
Is that a neither or is that a both?
that's a
it-
neutral.
Yeah, it can be. It's bad things and good things.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Okay.
How does
thumbs
nothing
down,
look like
thumbs
that?
up.
I don't
So
think
he-
there
he
is a
got-
nothing because it's.
Oh,
There is a nothing. There's
I've-
good, bad, both, and nothing.
Is there?
I mean, just from my interpretation, that would be like, this probably isn't entirely true. Like I said,
Yeah,
more accurate because this is my interpretation. But that'd be like Dad seeing the construct view and going, "Oh, I got what I want. You can go now. Fuck off," and then just like fucking arcing gates her away or something.
although the interpretation of nothing is that it's not especially good nor bad, and that it's like neutral, is what
But
nothing means, according
it
to the
sounds like the Lumen one option might be better. But we are going to rest up first, because at least then Via has portents as well.
Yeah.
And Via is going to because we have a few hours until like nighttime, and then nighttime to sleep, and then morning. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because today we left Rosie's, fought Lindworm, went back to Neverwinter, released everybody, and
It would be like towards sundown now.
okay, yeah, so probably a good time to rest up. During the rest period, any time that isn't spent sleeping, Via is going to be focusing on her papers and looking at the gate, the portal, and just going, if I can do that, surely I can do something nowhere near as impressive if I focus on certain aspects of memories from father.
Ooh, and I think I have enough time to copy Warp Sense.
And during the time for the other two good boys, not understanding the context, when you go to like the person who runs the medical area, are they happy to give you like your own little like medical room?
Oh, sweet. This is going to be great.
It's obviously
Maybe,
no
yeah.
different from any room, but like it's a room that, okay, I understand you'll be using it for medical things, so it'll be sealed off and only you and I can get into it.
I didn't anticipate that you would enable us now.
I'm going to... Murdertha is lying down, ready for you to do your work.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, the room is
Yeah,
definitely not sterilized.
I guide you.
We
Guide
blink
me
out
in,
of our-
Smithers.
We blink our way out of using augury and then tell each other results, and then we look around and we're like, "Where's
Oh, God.
Where's
Have they
Newt?
gone?
Oh God!"
Okay, so do they have any sterilization equipment, as in like alcohol?
Yeah,
scented?
they've got like.
Alcohol or fire, any of these things.
They've obviously got fire, but they've got like on the cheaper scale alcohol. So like the type of thing they might have made themselves rather than stuff they've imported.
Cool,
Moonshine.
that's fine. That's probably actually better, to be honest.
I guess I'll start looking around for
Because like it's probably likely to be
No,
higher
no,
alcohol
you're still
content.
doing your augury.
Yeah, this is
yeah.
while you guys are
Takes a
auguring.
little bit.
Still doing the augury, but well, we've noticed you're gone, so once the augury's
You went
over,
away
we'll
to do
start
augury, right?
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
come on, let's do this.
Okay, you have your choice of the alcohols that they have are this town does grow potatoes, does grow grapes, and does grow apples.
You want the one that's the highest proof because like you to properly sterilize, you want to be roughly 70% alcohol.
They do not understand your question. They are just
What makes you
stating.
drunk the fastest?
It's the potato one.
I would say, but that would be my question to the.
I guess that we generally mix that one, so maybe.
Yeah, because the potato one will have gone through still and been proofed multiple times. So yeah, it's probably that one.
Then I can spend 2 hours.
Would
So-
it make sense to heat the scalpel or knife up so it cauterizes the wound instantly?
You
But does
probably
that
want to
make
heat it
heating
and let it
worse?
cool back down.
Yeah, do you have heat metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't want to heat it during the procedure, but like because you don't want to cauterize the wound because you want to allow it to heal later.
Yeah, that makes
But you want to heat it beforehand. Use the alcohol swabs on it.
Come on, Joseph.
And then use it.
He doesn't need heat metal. He's got an even better thing: bonfire.
Fire? I mean, yeah, he can just
That's true.
cast
can make a bonfire.
Stick,
Also, it
and
saves
stick.
But yeah, you when you're doing this sort of thing, you definitely don't want the metal hot enough to cauterize wounds.
And
Okay, so
technically, yeah,
I-
you can just use fire to make it hot, so yeah.
I clean my instruments
Mm-hmm.
and my hands. Hands in the bonfire. No.
The alcohol one.
And before I start, I put detect magic on.
I
can
will
see as
cast
soon as I-
guidance on you and find some sort of stick to bite down on when you start cutting me open.
So just for the context of players, to the person that they talked to, basically is like, they think that because of the way that the two of you were talking, that it sounds like it's something quite important. So basically you have their current supply of vodka, and it's like, okay, whichever one you think is the best, we'll give you what we've got, and we'll just make do with the other stuff. So currently you just have all of their vodka, and that's what the like head medical person here would know.
Yeah,
So
I need
would
to.
talk through with Meredith first. Like, what exactly do we want? So first,
Okay, so I need you to open me up and then
Yeah.
see what it is, and then identify
Yeah.
it. And if it's
yeah.
filthy gnome magic, I need you to remove it no matter what it does to me.
So you're saying, Graham, you want him to Shaman King you?
If
Kelly,
required, he may shaman king me.
I don't know what that
something,
means.
something above all else do no harm. Something.
Oh,
Let's
What?
crack
Hippocratic
open a-
oath.
let's
I have
crack open a
have
kobold.
never sworn a Hippocratic oath.
It's
Oh
true.
well.
I don't think
something above all else do no gnome.
I don't think you've done, like, you've not had a chance to do any oaths yet.
No, I'm also not very good at medicine, but I'm
I'm
smart.
also not good at medicine. Did I mention that?
It's
Did I
fine. This
mention-
is more of an attack.
So I will. So the plan is, I cut them open, see if I can already see parts of the
object.
Of the,
I can't wait for
it's the tip of
people-
a spear, right?
Yeah, it should be the tip of the
Okay.
spear. I think
If I
it.
can see some. If I can see some metal poking out already,
I
I
can't
will
wait
then
for you to
cast
get, like, a
Identify
nat
on it.
1 on medicine and just.
If he
kill
kills
it.
me this way, he kills me this way. I go out how I lived, fearful of gnomes.
Otherwise, I assume I could.
Gnomes.
Do we know from the wound on his chest, because there's probably an entry wound, right? Like,
Yes.
or a
Mhm.
scar.
Though it did heal over, but there is still a
So there's
scar.
still Okay, so we know where to start.
Yeah.
And if I can't, if it's behind the sternum or somewhere where I can't see, where it doesn't stick out, I'll just try to find a way to see it and touch it without breaking any bones first. Obviously.
I'm so glad this is going to go great.
Do I have a saw at my disposal? Bone saw, preferably.
I would say that there would be equipment, not as good as like medical, but there would be equipment
Yeah.
for that type of thing already there.
Okay. Also, he knows medicine very well. He can talk me through it.
Yeah, I'm like trying to talk you through what you're meant to do until it gets too painful.
While you're biting down on something.
Yeah. Which
That
is when I
one-
will bite down is when it gets too painful.
Yeah, it'll be hard to bite down on something while explaining what to do.
Talking through gritted teeth.
Then I need you to do this. You get your cut there.
No, not there, not there.
How quickly it's
Do you
gonna
need
turn
this
into
now?
Surgeon Sim.
It is basically, yeah.
D rank. Looks like he'll live.
But I didn't leave any organs in.
No, you got
Back
one
together,
left.
but these 3 organs couldn't attach them to anything, so that's fine, right?
Yeah, these are spare organs, just a lung, a kidney.
Okay, so you're definitely going to get a chance to start before the other side of the group are going to have a chance to interfere.
How long does augury take? Oh, it's just a minute.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Oh.
notice,
I thought it
but
was maybe an hour.
no,
it's
you're
not that
So-
long, no.
they're gonna notice as you're starting.
So it'll be too late by the time we get there. By the time we find you.
Well, it won't be too late
I mean, we
potentially.
could definitely
Still have
say,
a few spell
no.
slots to heal him, so it's fine.
don't fucking cut him open. You can
I cut him
only
open.
end. Oh my god.
All right. So are you gonna start with a simple incision down
Simple
the?
incision along the scar.
Yeah. Okay. Give
See
me.
if I can see the end of the metal.
Give me that medicine check.
With advantage because he's helping me.
Yeah.
Also, my familiar would help me like holding the wound open and stuff if I have to do more.
Please have disinfected this familiar.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, of
I was about to say.
Threw the familiar into the fire. No.
There's the guidance I gave you earlier.
Okay, 21 then.
Okay. You make a careful incision.
Very painful.
Keep my
Graham.
flashes for the later open heart surgery.
Graham, roll me a d4.
Only end well.
You think that it hurts a fair bit, but and yes, that was three slashing damage, I guess.
Uh-huh.
The wound is open. What are you attempting to do next?
Do I
There are
see
some ribs in the
metal?
way.
Not immediately.
So it went through the bones and the bones sealed back over it?
No. Essentially, you've done the initial incision.
Oh, he means the spearhead that should be there.
I think. Okay, so I think you can see where it will be, but you'll have to cut. Oh, it sounds horrible to say it. You'll have to cut a little deeper.
So just for my mental image,
Yeah, which is great.
where are we? Did it go straight through the sternum?
Oh God, don't make me. Which one's
Did
sternum?
it come from the side through the
From the front.
rib?
Straight
Just
between
right
the
through
third
the
and fourth rib.
breastbone.
It literally did go through the gap of 2 ribs.
Okay, that's better.
Yep, straight between the
Um,
third and fourth rib.
Sure.
Right in the heart.
I now have
So,
a picture of the body of.
so if I know that it went through there, can I try to open through there very carefully so I don't hit the lung or
Mhm.
the heart? Then try to pry it open a bit. That will hurt probably. Try to pry them apart a bit.
Just gonna like rip your chest
See if
open.
I or my familiar can, if I can see it. Then if me or my familiar can poke a finger through to touch it.
Okay.
Or my familiar has very thin spider legs, so they can probably touch it,
Okay.
and I can touch spell through them.
The only
Can
problem is your familiar may drown in blood.
Well, if they just put just put a leg in,
can you
It
make
won't
me
go.
another medicine?
was
Graham.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to open a sheet to figure out exactly what I need you to make a check for, like how
Am I
well.
having a con save?
Yeah,
Another
con
21.
save would work.
For like not
Do
dying.
you faint?
No, not it's not for not dying.
That's not great.
Okay, so that's gonna help the other group. You are unable
Yell.
to. You're unable to stifle as he pries apart two ribs. A bit of a scream.
I guess I'll rush over to investigate the scream.
Okay, so they get one more round, but you now know exactly which direction they are.
So is there a way to see the metal already? Like, because I have detect magic on, I can see where it is pretty much. So
Yeah,
can
you.
I pry it open in a way that I can actually see them or touch the metal,
Yeah, you could.
or that my familiar can put a leg in to touch the metal?
Just everyone shove a hand in. Yeah, if the way that you're like holding the ribs apart, which is agonizing to him, your familiar could like barely get one of its horrible spidery legs in without like causing any extra harm.
Okay, then I want to stick its leg in, and then I cast identify through my familiar.
Mm-hmm. How long does identify take, just for reference? Is it instant?
Oh no, it's a minute.
Yeah, it takes a minute to cast. So you're being your open heart wound is just being held open for like a minute while he casts the spell.
You can
You'd
see his heart
probably-
beating though.
Would you not pass out from the pain?
I mean,
Almost certainly, yeah.
there's definitely a minute's worth of things about to happen.
What the?
Okay,
fuck
yeah,
are
you.
guys
Oh
doing?
no, that you gone on that second one.
I'm on the I assume I've got to make one every 6 seconds,
Yes.
right? Like that's the.
And then that 7 was not good enough.
You sleep.
I'm just rolling the rest to see if I die.
1, 2, 3. I mean, you gotta make 10.
5,
Is he
6,
sustaining
7,
any
8,
damage throughout the whole thing?
9, 10.
Oh, the
I'm
last
alright.
one was
Oh, you
pretty
got
good.
that 20 at the end.
Yeah, you'll probably live this one out.
Hard as nails to
Not too
scoreboard.
bad.
Halfway through the identification, you have the two other good boys are outside of the door, where the like town physician is like standing.
I'll just ask him. Can we get through?
Oh, sorry. There's a surgery going on at the moment.
Via just pinches like the bridge of her beak with her fingers, like, oh god damn it, they went and did it anyway.
Literally, Lumen does the same because in real life I did that. Was it a small robot who doesn't actually know how to do surgery?
What?
Excuse me.
I mean, he
It's
seems
not-
quite
it-
successful at it so far, I
If
will
that
say that much.
construct, if that construct told you he was a doctor, he's never been to medical school. Or at least I'm pretty sure he hasn't.
I've never said
We're-
something like that.
No one's been to medical school.
None of us have.
No, I mean in the entire world.
Fair
The
point.
physician's like, I have. No, you haven't. Aw.
That
There's
is
no
also
such
fair
thing as a
point.
medical school. This is a fantasy
Maybe
world.
trained under a thing.
Yeah, he hasn't been trained by.
Just
another
because you can
physician.
balance humors doesn't mean you've been to medical school.
So he's gonna step out of the way, and be very uncomfortable for what he's allowed to happen. You can open the door. It opens with it. How did they seal it so well so quickly?
Well, actually, I'm not sure I want to open the door because then the environment won't be sterile. Unless the environment's not sterile, just the equipment in his hands and familiar are. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter
Yeah.
actually.
Plucks,
Oh yeah, the room is not
plucks,
sterile.
Plucks
Open
fe-
door.
plucks feather from head. If we aren't opening the door, I was going to pluck feather from head and shove that under the door so we could see inside.
I'll just open the door at this point.
Fine, just open the door.
What are you guys doing? What the hell are you doing?
So as you open the door, that's where the 9 happens, and there's like just a big splurt of blood in the air. But
All is good. He's still alive.
Murderthar is not moving anymore. Well, no, they're not moving.
He's still breathing.
Yeah, you
Still
can't
checking his vital signs.
tell that he is alive or not.
His heart's still making the beating sound, so
The
you can
beating
actually see it.
Yeah, actually,
You can see
if you
it.
get closer, you will be able to see that he's alive.
Like, what? Why? It's so unnecessary. I mean, it's done now.
You told us to get a cleaner room. We've got a cleaner room. So now shush. Get your
That
healing at the ready, and don't disturb me.
That was actually Murderthar's idea. I told him to not do it.
No.
Joseph, Lumen, give me acrobatics
Okay.
To avoid the blood.
to avoid slipping in the blood.
Oh, this is gonna only end well with having
And then
disadvantage.
jostling Murdertha, and then
You
he
want
has target
acrobatics,
space.
you say?
Yeah.
Click.
6. Because I'm exhausted still.
Oh
That
God,
didn't come too close to the table.
he did. That's why I made him roll.
Thank you for killing me, Joseph.
You do knock him off the table. He rolls.
Well,
on
there's
the...
like an arm and a knife, and am I just dead?
You're not dead, but there's currently a spider
'Cause I
inside
don't-
you.
I don't feel that HP is a real thing once you're already inside someone.
Yeah, the spider keeps doing the casting. He doesn't really swear, but yeah, it's like, can you?
Yeah.
I put Murdertha back on his back and keep him still and wait for the spell to end and have basically healing wounds at the ready.
Murdertha, when you do come around, if you do, depending on what the hell they do, you're gonna just notice like the front half of you is just covered in blood now, because you've just like flopped onto the floor into a puddle of blood.
The floor is
How
a
much
very
blood do you
sterile
think that
environment.
Such a surgery will actually produce.
Oh, have you not
I haven't cut any major vessels.
like you not seen how much he bled when his thumb got pierced? It
Yeah.
killed him.
yeah, yeah.
He's a heavy.
You are forgetting that he canonically Murdertha is hemophiliac.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
There's just blood everywhere.
he's very good at producing it though, so good on him.
In which
If
case,
only he was the universal donor rather than a universal acceptor of blood types.
Lumen, I
Oh,
think
right.
there's very little that we can do right now to help since the job has already begun.
that's fair enough.
I'm just gonna check
Stay at the
one more
ready.
thing.
But if you have healing spells left, just in
I
case.
do. I'm also going to, because it only costs us an action, borrowed knowledge to gain proficiency in medicine, and then look Murdertha over to make sure that nothing additional got damaged, and then just be like, since Newt has the tools, just be like, that needs stitching back up, etc. Unless I roll shit.
Sure,
Sure.
give it a roll.
And
I use
with
the help
Guy-
action.
okay, Lumen, you might want to just go to bed. No
Look,
offense.
It gives you advantage on this roll.
yeah,
Do you
but
want advantage on the roll?
the help action is if I believe that you can help.
I'm
I
rolling.
mean, technically, you can help with anything. Technically.
Mm.
Mm,
People often don't. People say that you can't, but the rules say you can.
Yeah, the
You
the
can't help
rules
with anything.
say that.
That has a +3 to it, by the way, because ordinarily I'm not proficient, but borrowed knowledge makes me proficient, so that's
Uh-huh.
another +3, so that's 25 medicine.
Sure. You can see that he doesn't seem great, and he's definitely got one broken rib now. But otherwise,
but
should be
that's
still
Lumen's
okay.
fault, not mine.
That is correct. That is Lumen's fault.
Lumen didn't say he moved closer.
Uh,
Andrew said he moved closer and slipped in blood.
If you
Lumen
hadn't
stayed by
failed
the
your
door.
your athletics or your acrobatics, we wouldn't be in this position.
Look, Joseph. Technically, you said we can see his heart beating. You had to get close
No.
to be able to see that.
In that case, I'll use Cure Wounds to fix the broken rib. If that's the main thing that's jumping out to me as broken, it's like,
And now everything closes over my hand. I'm like, no!
okay, I'll ready a Cure
Well
Wounds for
inside!
then. Okay, I'll ready a Cure Wounds for then.
Okay, so murdered there.
Just she points it out. Be careful of that. Don't knock it out of place. It's
By the way,
set,
identify
but
is
it's
only a
cracked.
minute in casting. We should be basically done by now.
Murdered there.
Sure.
You are in a vast darkness and you can see a light at the end of a tunnel.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
I will leave the room.
I stay where I am.
You just stay perfectly still.
I'm not going there. I
And
will.
also clean myself off with prestidigitation.
I guess I finished the casting, which should be done now because we've talked a lot.
Yeah, you have
Not a
talked a lot. Okay, so what specific information are you trying to find? Because obviously, I need more specific questions to give you specific answers.
Well, it says if it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any.
So just you have to
Whether
tell them what
any
it does.
spells are affecting it and what they are. The item was created by a spell, which spell created it.
Okay.
It's a catch-all. It tells you everything about the thing.
Which is quite silly for
First level spell,
D&D
yes.
for a first level spell. Like, it's an artifact. Ooh, I just used a first level spell. I know everything about it.
Yeah, I've had someone do that like in the middle of a game where I was trying to roleplay like being the wizard and figuring out what the item was, and then just some other person came along and just went, identify, I know what it is. I was like, fuck you, guy. I was looking at it. I suddenly hear identify now.
I feel like it should be different spell levels for different rarities or something.
It's a very
Yeah.
strong spell for a first level spell.
Yeah, it should have like upcasting properties. Like you need to upcast it to this level to
But it doesn't.
identify something that is extremely rare.
It's fine. I'll just do what I always do and make it up as I go. Like the basic things you get of like, oh well, this is just like, I guess technically now it would count as like a dagger that's like +1 against gnomes. That it doesn't seem
Hey.
to be much. Oh, Owen.
Yeah?
Ah,
Oh,
you're
and welcome to the murdering me.
Open heart surgery.
Yeah, we're mid-surgery.
Yeah, literally
What-
open heart surgery right now.
On who?
Murder there
Okay.
by their own request.
Why?
And racism, basically.
What?
He's worried that he's got gnome inside of him.
Oh yeah.
In a hiding inside the heart like a tiny little gnome?
No, like
Maybe.
magical gnome VPN.
Gnome VPN.
He's worried he's got gnome VPN, and
He's afraid he's got the gnome equivalent of chlamydia or
he-
something.
he-
Or hard
if,
as
if it has anything to do with gnomes, he wants it gone,
Okay,
Uh,
so
regardless of the fact that it will either kill him or lose him his powers.
as I was saying
No.
to Newt, you basically get the gist that it's just like, yeah, it is like a magical artifact in what it is, but it doesn't seem to have much magical properties. What you do manage to identify is that there is a rune on the side of it now. And you don't quite get like the full story of what it does, but you look at it and you can analyze that it definitely is the symbol of Gall Glitter Gold, and you notice only barely that it pulses. You're not sure if it's pulsing in time with his heart or it is pulsing to make his heart beat. But it's like pulse and heartbeat are the exact same rhythm.
Do I know that it is Gall Glitter God? Because like Newt does not know much about gods.
I mean, Via could either help or make the roll instead because she just straight up is proficient in that.
Technically, the spell tells
want.
you if other magic is affecting the thing.
I mean, yeah, but that would say, god magic, which doesn't really help him.
Do you want to make the roll yourself and have Via help, or do you want to just have
we
Via
can do
get
that
her to roll?
afterwards. Like he wouldn't. Let's just say he wouldn't know directly what that symbol means, but he can draw it later. And
Yeah,
then
you do definitely know the symbol
So-
though.
Yeah, I know the shape of it and can recreate it. I just don't know what it means. But I know that he has a magical pacemaker.
Magic pacemaker.
Maybe.
You got a magic pacemaker
way.
inside.
Yeah.
Probably. Okay. And in my assessment, in my super good medicine assessment, would removing it kill him?
You think so?
Okay.
Again,
Then
can't be
I-
100% certain, but you're pretty sure.
Is he currently unconscious?
Yes.
I will
it,
take my
coward.
spider out. I will push everything back together as it should be, and then I
Just
cast
mushed
heal
together.
wounds.
I'm really upset you remembered the spider. I was 100% having that left inside of him if you forgot.
Are you going to send
And
the
then you have
spider
the-
inside to
like
do
the
like
mummy
open heart
situation where
surgery?
it just crawls under the skin.
No, we already did that.
Oh,
You missed that bit. We've taken it out of him now.
You know what? Graham, roll me a D100. And also, Christian, roll me a D100.
Oh, okay.
89,
Uh,
51. So that's either really good or really bad.
Yeah. So
That's my cure wounds.
your
after-
your
Which
heal.
I would do whatever happens now.
Yeah, you do like a medical fire heal to seal up the wound. You definitely think he's going to need some rest, as there's far too much. There's more blood on the floor than there should be inside of him. He doesn't even look that much paler. It's weird.
To be fair, the healing should restore some of his blood as well, right?
Yeah, he is fine, but it's like there's definitely more blood here than there should be.
So can I pump a... 1 second, I think I have that.
Put the
Just
blood
in case there was any contamination of like any dirt that he got into the wound, I would like to pump a lesser restoration, a target poisoning.
He did fall on the floor at one point.
Yeah. So or target, yeah, and I don't know if that would count as disease or blood poisoning, basically, but basically cleanse him a bit so.
Yeah, okay.
What tools
blood
are we
likely to have
using?
anything bad.
Magic.
Magic and
plus
some medical
vodka,
tools.
disinfected knives, and sauce.
Okay, just in the background, I just want to make it clear that my unseen servant is just like clattering around with like the metal plates and shit. just being fucking useless.
Excellent.
So, how'd it go?
Alive.
You walk back into the room wading through blood. Meredith looks fine though.
That's
Or can I
good.
bottle some of that blood? I'm sure
Look
cobalt
at all the
blood can be
healing
used for
potion on the
something.
floor.
I guess. I mean, Meredith is a relatively high CR creature. Their blood would probably work well in magical components. Could make like a
I'll
blood...
bottle some of the blood.
Yeah, sure. I'll bottle some of Meredith's blood.
Anyway,
Could we didn't sorcerer blood?
Meredith will not be
Wild.
waking up again until after a long rest has occurred.
Wait, what are they lying on top of?
A table.
that's good.
Okay.
Not anymore on the floor at the moment.
Oh,
but we
okay.
put him back on the. We put him on a cot now, I think.
Yeah.
We I have my
like a bed
floating
somewhere.
disc.
So, what did you find out?
So, it is still what it was before, more or less. But there is a rune, and I draw it into the, I don't know, on the floor. I use some of the blood and draw it on the table.
Yeah, there's enough blood.
Sure. Do
I draw the
You know what? I feel weirdly disrespected right now.
you want a religion check, Andrew?
Yeah, give me a
And,
religion check.
I know what would be
Let's help.
cool.
I'll give a check as well.
Hell yeah, I'm rolling fire today.
Okay.
So whatever that is-
Legione. Bop.
Wait,
I think it might be keeping him alive,
25.
keeping his heart beating.
Uh,
I think.
VI, you definitely know that it's the symbol for Gold.
I've
Yeah,
got an
Via
idea.
Via just like puts one hand on one side of her face and she goes, "Oh, he is going to hate that."
Oh, he
So-
asked me to take it out. Whatever. If we find out that it's a gnome thing.
So is it a
no
gnome
god.
thing?
No, yes, it's Glitter Gold, the literal god of gnomes. Now the
Okay.
question is,
Take the
can we
scalpel.
tell him? Because
No,
he's
no,
gonna
no,
want
no.
that removed.
But I promised.
Yeah, but he'll
Yeah.
die.
You
Yeah, but
die
he said
though.
no matter what.
But do you want him to die?
Can't we undie him afterwards?
Can you? I can't.
I don't know. We tried.
I've only tried to kill, not unkill.
Last time I checked, Meredith himself is the only one who can unalive people, and it costs a lot of money to do it.
Also, resurrection spells don't actually heal you at all. They just put your soul back in your body.
I mean, for us, because we have the necrotic chardlin thing, like implants, Revivify would work on us.
Yeah, but my problem is he'd still be missing a heart, and it doesn't repair your heart. So his
Well, we
soul
can
would
cure
re-enter his
wounds the
body.
I mean, we
heart,
could-
then
we
can
could-
cure the-
We
we
could.
can repair the heart with the cure wounds and then revivify him.
He's a corpse at that point. You need mending.
We can do it
Hold
at
on
the
a
same
minute,
time.
When a body dies,
Also
it
have
technically, as
protection.
far as magic is concerned, becomes an object. So, if you removed that spike, and by extension his heart, you could put his heart back. I could use mending to fix the body, and then we just
also-
need somebody with Revivify to get him back up.
How long does
But
mending take
the
to cast?
problem is, he's the only one with Revivify.
That's not true.
Graham.
That
Oh
is-
shit! Hold on a
you have
moment. Hold on. I think my owl familiar got inside the open wound. Get out!
Graham, you're currently having a nightmare where
Mhm.
you're in like a medical hospital, and it's like you know the thing you're saying, like all sorts of things of like for a nightmare where you're on like the autopsy table and it's just a bunch of people talking about what they're gonna do to you and all that type of stuff, and you're like you can't move or say anything, but it's just
JD
like
from Scrubs is there.
yeah, you're just like essentially your brain is hearing bits of the conversation that's going on next to you.
Also, I think that
Also,
is
for
what left
real
him
though,
with
are you able to do
powers.
that?
I feel like I'm almost able to do that.
Almost, or
I
can?
I feel like well, I haven't quite figured out how to do it yet. Almost.
Well, that's
It's like
comforting.
I assume we've got the theory down, and now you just need to put it into practice, right?
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
In other terms,
So-
I need to level up once. But
Oh my god! So you can't do it right now.
I was just thinking,
Try,
podcast
you'll
us first,
die.
we won't get to 3 yet.
Okay. So my also there's another issue. If we do it to him, he'll lose access to his like the ability to talk to his god from the other sphere, so he'll lose his powers.
This is just a medical drama. This episode. It's like fucking everyone's sitting around.
Medusa's anatomy.
He'll A die and then
Good
B
jokes.
B have no power if that does occur. Like he won't be able to talk to his god. He can only talk to the god from here, which doesn't like him. So he
Okay, so
he will be a
technically
level. He'll go back to being a level nothing.
Technically, he did not say that I have to do it instantaneously.
Okay, we'll have a nap on this. We'll come back to it tomorrow.
Have a nap, level up, and then we'll do it tomorrow.
We just leave him here. We all go to sleep. We just leave him like this
Yeah,
in
we'll,
here.
we'll have a nap, level up, and then we'll come back to this subject later.
I have a quick
Stronger
question.
and come back later. Yes.
Since we are operating on them, is there any ways we can improve upon them whilst
I mean,
we're in
the
there?
operation is done. We've,
No.
we've
So,
closed him up.
I mean,
also,
they're
like-
still down. If
also,
they
we're
wanted
not-
to be improved upon, is there
we're
anything?
not like cyborging him.
We're
Says the guy
definitely
with
not
the artificial
cyborging
eye.
him.
Yeah, of course I say that. Like, having your eye replaced is not the best experience ever. I'm sure you would agree. You're the main one suffering from it, right?
Oh, by the way, I pull up his shirt. Where is this blue, the purple line?
Where's the purple at now?
It also does not seem to have moved.
Okay. All good.
Oh, thank you.
Via's gonna go check on the other Via.
Are there any, like... Did anything go wrong during the surgery at all?
A fair
I
bit
walked
went
in-
wrong, but magic fixed it.
I walked in at one point and knocked him onto the floor by slipping in his own blood.
Broke a rib.
Uh,
Sorry, I'm still unconscious.
It should be fixed now.
Shit, my owl familiar snuck inside the wound and you guys stitched it up.
That was a hell of a sneak. All right,
Yeah.
if you roll me,
Also,
if you roll me a stealth for your owl
into that
and
wound.
get a nat 20,
I'm kidding.
Then there's an owl inside him.
Like, we're talking about.
I mean,
like,
it's not going to be alive for long.
Yeah, I mean the owl is probably the size of the kobold's chest cavity, so I don't think he's gonna be that.
It's a
Did
dwarf
any of
owl?
you, like, carve a message inside his body? So
No.
it's stuck there.
Well, maybe just a couple of druidic runes into the ribs. I mean, what?
Oh, his
I wonder if that
That
works
would be
if you can
useful.
enchant the ribcage or something like that.
Yeah,
I was kidding. I wouldn't do that.
I'm not his creepy ex writing my initials into his rib cage.
No,
Okay,
but if you
guys,
can enchant
guys.
the ribcage.
Guys, don't tell him, but I switched his two big toes around. He'll never fucking notice. It'll be hilarious.
I'm going to check on the other me. Leaves.
For spell wrote tattoo the rib cage.
Spell wrote tattoo the rib cage.
No, nobody can ever target it because they can't see it.
Yeah.
For the rest of the evening, I think I would just like watch over Murdertha and tinkering on the permanent eye for Lumen. I don't know how far I am with that, so I can get my infusion back.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I will.
You, I'll tell you you think you're nearly done though.
I'll spend 2 hours training, 2 hours copying spells, and just before I take my long rest, I'll cast Gift of Alacrity and Mage Armor on myself, and then have a 4-hour nap, so that I have both those spells for the first 4 hours of the next day.
Also, Via will ask Lumen and Newt if they could keep an eye, like, be in the same room as the two Vias, and
Yeah,
be like,
sure.
if she wakes up while I'm asleep, tell me. Like, wake
I
me
will-
up.
I will stay in the same room as Via.
Because
while
you
I
two
do
don't
that.
sleep.
Oh, like you're definitely about to realize that she's awake, as you go back to where she is, and she's like sort of 1/4 the way through a very tall window.
Just grabs, pulls down.
You also, as you grab her, notice that there are not very successful, but there are many chew marks on the rope that she's has around her.
I mean, she has the rope, but she also has the shackles. So...
I know, but she was first trying to get out of the rope and realized she's not good at that anyways.
Sure, I'll cast 4th level immovable object on the rope. And then set a command word for it.
Well, Lumen, I was at least going to let her lie down somewhere first. We're not people traffickers.
Yeah.
Are we not? Sorry.
You just speak the command word and she's free. Well, the rope
Yeah, but
is
if
free
you-
to move around for a minute.
Anyway,
And then if she tries to run away, stop her.
anyway, to the other Via. Please don't run away. We do need you for this to go right, but we're not going to let Father harm you.
Sure, our
she-
intention
We're
is not
hoping
to
that
kill
we
you.
all get through this.
Very wide-eyed, she like spins around to look at you and is like, "Okay, what do you want? I'll give you anything you want. Just let me go. Anything."
What I want is for you to be present, and that's it.
No. I don't want to go back there. Anything will
A
go back
part of
there.
me doesn't, but a part of me doesn't, but more of me knows that it's needed. Also, wouldn't you prefer it if we could spin this so you don't have to run away all the time? Would you not prefer that?
Do you want to go home? I can get you home.
What, through
Nah,
the Far Realm?
I think it's time to face your demons, quite frankly.
What, through the Far Realm?
Yeah, we have a safe way through.
Okay,
Those two
oh
words.
god, oh
don't-
god, my Via is starting to sound like this other Via. She's like, explain that to me.
No, this safe and the far realm don't go together.
She doesn't give you like a full explanation, which you aren't sure if represents that she doesn't fully understand or that she's like keeping part back. But she essentially explains that the weird towers that they have work as like, oh, what's the word, like pylons.
Like a conduit.
Yeah, so they can sort of find if you're very quick about it, a safe route from one to the other.
Where did you get that information? That's the sort of thing I was hoping to get off Dad.
She goes quiet for a second and then like looks panicked.
It's alright, nothing negative is going to happen to you. I'm not going to throw you at Dad or anything if I don't like the answer.
I mean, like,
All I'm asking for is honesty. If you have any questions that you want us to answer, I will answer them. One answer for another, if you like.
look.
Everything has value, including information.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. I was desperate to get out of here, and there's a lot of like probably really evil guys around here offering shit. So what do you want to know? Do you want to know about the guy who refuses to tell us his name? The fucking mind flayer god thing that's trying to become god again, or like they all are offering free shit.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
About
yeah, I know. One of them offered us a way out as long as we gave a couple of us away as experimentation. But we're not going to function like that.
Also, his name's Steve too.
Okay, they're calling him Steve too. I thought he was a lich.
Yeah, he is.
I was going to ask where you got your your necrotic chartling, because where you got ours shot into us. But you said you swallowed yours.
Yeah.
Also, you had that great big brick of it with you, or at least it was on that cart that I assume was yours.
It was either Mindflare God or Steve 2 that gave it to you, right?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask to get the exact one.
I mean, I don't really know much about that. I just know Mind Flayer God guy was like, swallow that, you'll not be erased. Hopefully.
Yeah, there you go, Mindflare guy.
So the Mind Flayer gave it to you, and that's probably where ours came from as well. Well, you say that there's loads of evil super beings like those two, Steve 2, still don't like the name, and the Mind Flayer offering ways out, but that's why I wanted to go to Dad. If he is no longer insane because he's gotten what he wants, or he has a path to what he wants, he'll probably give us the same thing or figure out the same thing without, without negative repercussions like what the other two would do to us, experimentation and all that. And I do have a way out if things go wrong. So again, don't worry, I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you, boops the beak.
Goes back to like nibbling on the rope unsuccessfully.
Via just rolls her eyes.
It's an immovable
Pack that in. You can pack that in. You're not going anywhere.
She will like struggle all night until she literally collapses from sleep.
Fair enough.
What else?
Also, by the way, all of us can move the rope as if it's normal rope, but she experiences it as it's a immovable object.
Which is definitely not helping the biting.
But Via also wants to know, how did you escape Dad in the first place?
I didn't escape, I left because he went fucking mental.
That's what I meant. How did you end up here? On the material, I mean.
I used his magic stuff and left. Easy.
But you didn't... Did you have the necrotic chardlin at the time?
No.
How... Casts minor illusion shows the scene from Cannibal Town where we were fighting the lindworm. So this was us this morning. I'm just replaying this from my memory for you. Then we, as you can see, we polymorphed it into a... What did we turn it into? A rat or something? Worm. Now...
Look, I don't know what to tell. She starts
No,
explaining,
wait.
like, look, I don't know what to tell you. I just used like the scrolls and things that he had, and then she sees like the blender scene.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what was that? What was
That's
that?
happening. That's happening to everybody except us. But we thought the reason that's not happening to us is because we were given this necrotic chardlin stuff. But if you didn't have it, then how did that work?
I mean, they have it.
Via, could you make me a history?
We know they have the chardlin, the same.
Yeah,
as
they
us.
have it, but they didn't back then.
Yeah, I understand what you're asking, James.
All right. I thought they did back then.
26.
Okay, so with that, you think you can't be 100% certain, but you think that them leaving was before whatever's caused the blender dimension shit. So they essentially got insanely lucky with their timing.
Yeah, Via's just like, in that case, you must have got extremely lucky. They weren't by any chance privy to what happened to original Via from this universe, like specifically how she went. Or if you don't know that, that's okay. But I would like you to be honest if you do know. I'm trying to place the order of events here.
You can clearly tell that she still is not like just like she refuses to relax around you, but you do see her go quiet and like be thinking for a little bit after you've asked like what happened to the original.
Waits patiently.
She will like very slowly speak as like, well, I'm not 100% sure because like obviously I was made after, and she you can tell like looking at her, she like detests saying that out loud. Like she hates admitting she was made. I know that it was like me, whatever the fuck she is.
Think of her as a different person. Anything bad that happened to them, it happened to somebody else.
She was like going to that stupid school that the two of them always raved
Strixhaven.
about.
Strixhaven?
Yeah, the one that your dad was... My dad... Whatever. That insane guy was, like, so pleased for you to go to. I think something happened there that was technically your father's fault for sending her.
Oh, other VM might have got blended on the way there.
I'm not entirely sure, but as far as I can tell, he entirely blames himself for it. At least from what I can pick up from when I've been around him after.
Yeah. That still doesn't make... Because what you just saw in the illusion with that whole blending thing, that's only been since, you know, my Blair god and the Lich trying to become a god and all that sort of stuff started happening. Unless you got extremely lucky or looks at Dad's papers or Dad's spellbook pages. Unless they are packing more power than we think. If they can override it.
Yeah, can you give me an advantage history?
Advantage. Plus guidance. Fucking never mind.
What a roll.
That is a 22.
Uh,
Still good.
You're struggling to recall the information, but just in the back of your mind, you do remember something that happened when you first went to Strixhaven. Or rather, didn't happen. Your father wanted you to go early because essentially, like, as you know, he's quite influential, so he was going to get you to, like, be, you know, doing the rubbing elbows with other influential people and that before. And because normally the school, it's just like you go in and you start as a student, whereas you would have been going around and meeting all the important people. You remember that you got incredibly nervous and refused to go on for that day early, and you don't know what, because as in like you can't remember, but you do know that something happened. Like, it was reported that everyone needs to, like, report to teachers and stuff because there was, you think it might have been a massacre or something real bad had happened that they were being very vague about on the day that you didn't go. So you could think
And I don't
might
have the divinations. Sorry, you go. Sorry.
I was just, you think that there's a chance that this Via might have went at her father's command.
Sophia's looking like real thoughtful through all of that, and she's like, I wonder if that's what that was. In which case, it probably isn't related. Oh, fuck it. Like, she just looks cringy and upset. She's like, we might have
She
to
looks
go
cringy.
there. And like she's cringing at
Yeah.
the thought, and she's like, we might have to go there. Damn it.
Head pats.
Another fire to put out later, I guess.
This is an emergency head pat situation.
Takes out the special
Like-
box.
Like, tries to be comforting to the other Vias, like, thank you for being honest. Again, you're probably safest with us.
And that's
Nothing
why you're
bad
not
happened
going
to
to
you.
take me back.
But our focus right now is rest. I'm going to try a couple of things with Dad's pages, and then we're going to do some more divining when we wake up, and we'll take it from there. Okay?
She just lets out a massive, like, not like a relieved sigh, just like the.
I know it's frustrating, but we do need you present there to get that off of his head. But if anything looks like it's going to go south, and she like reaches into her bag and pulls out a scroll, and she goes, I'm saving all my divining power to use this, and puts it back into the bag. That'll get us out.
Look,
Okay.
you will hopefully be fine.
You will be okay.
And it will be okay.
So everyone gonna have a good old sleepy
gonna
nap
try that.
unless you don't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, just before that, is try the stupid thing, which you might just say I get nothing. So I'm gonna tell you what Via's intention is with this. And it
Mhm.
might go wrong, or nothing might happen, because it's using Dad's pages to try to do something that she ordinarily can't do. The intention is to essentially cast contact with the plane, or with your permission, if you want, to use that tweaked version that I showed you a while ago, which I'll refresh your memory if you want, or just contact other plane. She's going to try to do this by thinking, okay, I focused on Dad teleporting me through a gate into a different plane or a different place somewhere far away, to show me the stars, to show me the universe. She's going to focus on a memory of him taking what is essentially a work call, but doing it like in his domain at home, and via like peeked in through a door, hearing him speaking in void speech to a portal that was that took up the entire ceiling of his usual office, and a series of stars and shadowy figures glistened inside this portal. Nothing could be seen on the other side of it, and nothing could pass through it. But he was speaking in void speech to it, i.e., contacting some sort of using some sort of extraplanar communication
and
spell.
what is your goal? That you're trying to accomplish?
Where's it gone?
Where has your goal gone?
She's trying. She would like, again, might not work, to contact Savrus. Do you know who that is?
Remind.
He is the god of divination and fate. He's neutral good, and probably would have either been worshipped by her father or her family, or at the very minimum taught about him in all of her classes. It just makes 100% sense that she'd know who he is. Also known as the All-Seeing, He of the Third Eye, or the Lord of Divination. Oh, he's actually lawful neutral, but is the god of divination and fate, and is like shoulder to shoulder, rubs elbows with Azuth, the god of wizards, and Mistra, the god of magic. They're like in that Faerun pantheon, all working together.
Okay.
Because she'd like to try and get some either yes or no questions out of him, or the modified version that I said has a higher DC, but you get an actual like constructive answer to questions.
Well, you're not getting an answer, but there is a specific reason for that. But you can do that, and you actually do succeed. But not in the way you hoped. You sort of form a connection with the concept of divinity, and gain an understanding that there, as far as you can feel, is no god of divinity.
So he's not here, even though I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's multi-spheral, but he's just not here.
Not that he himself is not here. There is no god controlling divinity currently. There's no one controlling it.
Or divinity or divination?
Do you mean divination?
Because divinity
yes,
is
that meant
godly powers.
Yes, I meant divination.
Oh, there's no overgod? Oh, something is wrong.
I mean, that's kind of what that statement's meant to be leaning you towards, Joseph.
Via's like, just the side of her mouth just cricks up just a tiny bit, as in a mad little Fae voice in her brain just goes, "It's free real estate."
There's a million free
real estate.
There's a million
It's free real estate.
There's a million free domains. Getting a divine spark is the hard part.
But okay, so there's no god currently controlling or guiding divinations.
Not that you can like infer from what you've done. There's just like an odd silence that's different from like, oh, the spell hasn't worked. This, you can tell, is a silence in return.
So like, Via's concentrated on the pages, and then like, after a while, since it actually does trigger, she's like head bolts up and her eyes light up as like little flickers of her story transformation just like phase in and out, and then after a few seconds it just all goes dead, and she's like, that doesn't bode well.
Also,
I don't like that.
Via, can you give me advantage Arcana?
Okay. Arcana.
And this is happening while you're connected to the spell. I don't know why I did finger quotes.
I'll borrow the knowledge for proficiency.
You can't for this one. This is like a sudden.
Okay.
Then, in which case, I'll untick that. Did you save advantage?
Yes, advantage.
Okay, so untick this. Advantage. Also, I can't guidance, so
Yeah,
I'll
not
untick
in
that
this
as
case.
well.
God, don't get
This
two
is
nat
going
ones.
This is going to suck. This is going to suck. This is going to suck because without all of her bonuses, her Arcana checks are still a bit shit. 9, like I said.
Oh, that's not good.
That is bad.
Uh,
It's fucking terrible.
how do I... okay. So, everything happens the same as what you said before. Like, you come out of the spell and are like oh, that's not good. You, for a split second, notice, too late to essentially pull away, you have drawn the gaze of something. Essentially, like, for the last split second of the spell while you were connected, something saw you. And you have no fucking clue what, but it made you uncomfortable that they saw you.
Can I cast all of my shit and ponder on the thought? Just oh, what was that? What was that? What was that? Help! Activate all my shit. And just, like, rack my brain. Hell, even ask the Lumen or anybody, just like, what was that? Like, what do I physically see something? Just like a shadowy outline of a figure.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Essentially what you felt was that your entire being for a second was under observation. It's a hard thing to describe, but
it's that feeling when you feel like you're being watched.
Yeah, and it's like normally you have like the general feeling of like, oh, you're just a small speck in the universe, and like the universe doesn't notice you. But like in this moment, something in the universe noticed you in a big way.
I mean, she understands that playing with contact of the plane when you don't really know what you're doing, is her case, is fucking dangerous. You could just turn yourself into a babbling mess, and she was trying to essentially call a higher deity, and just be like, help. So that's possible, but like, again, would I be able to ponder the thought, the feeling,
yeah,
and consider what I was doing and use as much divination stuff as I have left, what little of it there is, to try and figure it out?
You want to look back at the being that noticed you.
No, I just wanted to figure out what it was.
Yeah,
use my divination abilities, beseech the stars.
Yeah, I know you're gonna try and divine more information about something that noticed you because you tried to divine something.
I mean, there was a possibility I could have noticed it anyway.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, says Mister. I'm gonna look into the minds of eldritch beings.
I know. Just, be mindful.
Hell, I might just roll 2 nat ones again.
Don't do that. So okay, give me an idea of what is the main thing that you want to try doing.
Forward knowledge, Arcana, guidance, story transformation, dragon form. That should give me a minimum of 16.
Okay, and
on an Arcana.
You're going to have to.
So I rolled a 9 there, but with all my shit switched on, the minimum becomes 16.
Yeah.
Could go beyond.
You think that you're going to have to do something a bit more in game terms. You will need the extra use of a divination spell specifically to focus for the information.
Well, like legend lore.
That might help.
Could I maybe did even though that the contact failed, did that drain me or use anything?
What do you mean?
Because you know how come gate like ate all my
Oh,
spell slot.
not in that situation.
Okay. Via will do the other three things, but will also. The thing is that legend lore requires you to name the thing. That's where like the power of names kind of comes into it when it comes to spell casting. Because legend lore, if you have the thing's name, you can just know everything about them. And I'm not going to cast divination on it because that is just literally just going. Heard you were talking shit. Just looks at them.
Yeah, I mean, the abyss stared at you. Now it's your turn to stare back.
Staring contest.
As you do.
Go.
As you do. She's in our story form. She's like, "Bitch, I am the knight. I am the abyss." It's like, "You're a cinnamon roll. Fuck off." Think. Sorry to be taking up this much time, but I'm curious now. I'm not going to use scrying because that again is just going. Heard you were talking shit.
Is there any advice from any of your allies that you might have asked?
Yeah, because I did say Via was like, "What was that? I felt like I was being watched for a second."
Lumen's advice.
Is what you
nothing
said.
about gods.
No, Lumen's advice is different from what I said. Lumen's advice is, I should probably look back at that. It's the only way to know. What if it's a friendly ally? Maybe it noticed you because it wants to help us.
Lumen, I was trying to call Savarus. Do you know who that is?
No.
They are the god of fate. They literally know all of history and all that there is to know. They're also the god of divination. I thought that since they're a neutral god, they wouldn't be affected, and they are multi-spheral, they wouldn't be as affected as badly as other people in this universe in terms of, being swapped around and all different.
Maybe their dimension was killed because this universe is collapsing.
And when I tried to... Maybe that makes sense because all I got was just empty nothingness back.
Are they a
They were-
god, or are they one of those that became god?
They are higher deity. They've been deity for a long time. They are
But-
right up there, right next to Mistra and Azoth.
Were they made god, or were they always a god, or were they mortal ones? Because if they were mortal ones, they might have done different things here.
Above game and Via, because Via might know better, because she's probably read more than me. But I'm pretty sure he's one of those always been a god ones.
No, Zavras was a guy. I'm pretty
Was he
sure
a
it was
guy?
mortal ones. Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
case, Via would be like, well, I'm pretty sure
me
it was
double check.
mortal once, but like eons ago.
He's not one of the OG ones that were part of the first world and then got fractured into the millions.
Oh yeah, because there was only right. Yeah, I get you. Because there was only a couple of them.
Yeah.
Like even Mistra isn't among that number, isn't she?
I mean, the
Depending
Mistra
on how you
now
count,
especially
though.
isn't.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, depending on how you count, only Shah and Balloon were the first gods.
No, I think a bunch of the racial gods were right. Like I think the dwarf god.
Well, yeah, if
elf
you
god.
take out interloper gods,
Yeah.
then, yeah.
In
But
in
from
that case,
Faerun own gods, it's technically only Balloon and Shah that are the original
In that-
ones.
in that case, Via like hurriedly shoves the papers away actually, and she's like, "I'm gonna ask Saloon about this when we see her
But
again,
yeah,
because Lumen, you want to go back there, right?"
I guess yeah. It'd be nice to see gardener lady.
Well, that sounds like a lot safer. other Via is just like you can just other Via's like you can just randomly talk to Saloon. It's like, yeah, we met her.
But yeah, off we go, I guess.
Sleep.
Yeah,
Go bed.
yeah, we long rest, cut to black, fade back in.
I'll
Fix
Things are
our
get
alright.
all,
friend.
I'll get all my spell slots and my portents back.
It's not quite
Ow.
fade to black. Via, you have just beyond imagination the worst nightmares you've ever had.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's probably not a nice thing that looked at you then.
What do I get then?
Technically you don't get anything.
No, I mean like dream wise.
Oh,
Or
right.
Is this like? Are you not being specific? You're just describing it like really multiple horrible nightmares.
I mean, I can give you specifics, but it is actually like a literal case of so much horrible shit happens. I couldn't describe it all, and even like your character would struggle to recall all of it. It'll be
Well, that luckily is the nice thing about nightmares is that your brain just kind of deletes them, doesn't it?
yeah. Like essentially, like let's say for example, the last thing that you remember was you think your skin and muscles were being torn off your bones really slowly.
That's the last thing she remembers. V will be very quiet in the morning.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you are 100% sure there was a lot worse that you can't remember, but it's in there.
Detect magic. Am I cursed?
Just in general.
First thing in the morning, ritual cast detect magic. Am I cursed?
No. You just had
Good.
some real shitty nightmares.
Yeah, scoop up other VO.
Did I finish the eye?
Yeah, fuck it.
No, it's good.
I'm gonna let you have finished it of that night of
Yay.
work.
Sure, slots in UI.
Your eye stops working.
Oh god!
Okay.
I can
How
half see that.
shitty of a day are we going to have? Boop. That's not
It's
bad.
dark. Nice.
Lumen, you will notice that this eye is not quite as crisp as the other one was, but it is consistent. Because like
Fine.
the other one was like constantly receiving magic, which was keeping the view like really good, whereas this is static magic, so it's not as good, but it does the job perfectly fine. And obviously
Fine.
there's no like mechanical downsides to it.
Scoops up Olivia, walks into portal.
I mean, Via would be like on the other side of them. So
Okay.
we'll both argue again just to be sure.
I mean, I don't
On
think we're gonna get
we
anything
go
new.
in. Well, Via's asking, do you think we should stack another augury on top of this just to see whether you should go in on your own first or whether we go in together?
I mean, it sounded like going in on my own work first was the better option the first round. We can try again. Andrew, if we ask the same questions again, do we get a different response?
Well, it's
no
specifically
and yes.
Specifically, it's if Lumen goes in first, says what he said before, or Via's gonna go, what if we all go in together as we are right now with the three of her? So that's Via's like modification to hers, since hers was neutral.
Good, bad, neutral, good and bad.
I'm just thinking. I think all of the responses will come back as bad currently.
What, including Lumen just going in on his own?
Yes. Oh wait, no. If it was specifically Lumen going in on his own, that would go to neutral.
Oh, something bad's happened.
How was Marita this morning?
Yeah.
Oh!
Mereditha, when you woke up, you noticed a noise that, like, was not normal. You could hear, like, no matter where you look, you can't figure out where it's coming from, but you can hear, like, a very slight ticking noise.
Where is this ticking coming from?
Serious ticking noise.
If you, like, really focus on it for a while, you realize it's coming from inside of you.
Okay, I am gonna attempt to get up.
You hurt a lot, but, like, you can get up fine.
Oh,
You notice that the floor's, like, so, I mean, you're sure it wasn't that red yesterday.
wow.
I'm sure
Someone must have
Rick
bled a
Leeds-
lot in here. I
Yeah,
wonder who could have done that.
you're, like, sore, but you, like, look at yourself and you look absolutely fine.
I'm like going to go find Newt.
Oh, he would be next to you.
Okay. I'm like, why is my chest ticking?
The spearhead in your chest is keeping your heart going.
Yep, but that doesn't explain the ticking noise.
Is it tick now? I put my head against his chest.
Sure, when you put your head against his chest, you can hear a very slight ticking noise.
Did it tick yesterday when I
No.
had the chest open?
Give me
That's
a...
new.
Give me a...
A
history.
double check, is my spider here?
Give me a history with advantage.
See, if there was still a spider inside, you would know what's going on in there.
Where is history? There. 21.
You look at your wrist and you realize that your medical
watch is gone?
wristwatch is gone.
Your wristwatch
Since
fell.
when did I have a wristwatch?
Oh, did you not remember that?
Chronometer.
Oops, you accidentally dropped your watch in him.
I knew you were going to do something with that once you talked about
Yeah.
the spider, because you were disappointed.
I mean, that's what
Was it
the
the- was it the
D100s were
D100?
for.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I'm just gonna ask this outright. Was it gnome shit? Please don't lie to me.
The spear itself is not gnome shit.
Yeah, the other part about like how I'm not dying. I know what the spear itself is.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know why they want to keep you alive, but it looks like that's what they want.
They're mocking me.
But I'm fairly certain that with a little bit more research, I can get it out, and in case you should die, I can get you back. Probably.
All
So
I,
you're suggesting
I
I
just need
wait?
a little bit more experience.
Because right now, I couldn't guarantee that you survive. Soon, I think especially if we work together and you talk through like medical things and stuff and how bodies work, I'm pretty sure I can soon get it done without risking your life, or at least with the high chance of getting you back.
On the one hand, having gnome inside me is sacrilegious. On the other hand, I do need to be alive to carry out my mission.
I feel like the second part is a lot more important.
I'm weighing my options.
And ideally, we can manage the removal before we go back to our old dimension, so you'll be pure when you go back.
Yeah, nothing that happened here is real, right?
It's real adjacent.
Nothing that happens here is real, right?
I mean, you
Maybe.
don't technically know. Like, with how much Newt knows of, like, reality, you think it's real?
I don't know.
Please just say yes and reassure me right now.
Come along, guys. We're gonna go step through a magic
Yes.
portal.
Thank you. I will wait
Oh.
until you are able to
I
fix
pat
it.
him on the head.
Hold on,
Everything's
Lumen.
imaginary here. Nothing matters.
Just want to be sure. When we double checked our auguries, Lumen's one, which was okay yesterday, came out negative now.
It came out neutral for
Yeah.
just him going through.
So that's the best option we have.
Should we wait another day until you can augury again and see if it gets better?
I think waiting longer is worse. Also, I think deliberately waiting technically violates my Fey deal. So, I guess
True,
I
we
just
have
trek
to.
through on my own. If that's
Off
what
we
the
go.
augury say.
I would say I could try and turn myself invisible, but my dad can see invisible things.
But also,
guess-
if you go alone, then we don't. I mean, nothing super. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's just what the augury says. All the other auguries said that if we all go in together, bad things will occur.
Only bad things.
I mean, the augury said bad.
Yeah, even if I go in there.
So, shrugs. Oh, this is not gonna end well.
Via's gonna use. Mm,
Just be on,
Drink.
just be on standby, and this can only go exceedingly well. I hope.
Have a potion that can. With that, you can alter self just in something happens. I don't know if that will be handy or not, but
I'll
I
take
mean,
it.
does it make it so he doesn't die immediately after getting crushed or something?
or that maybe not. But I don't know if he gets transported somewhere where he is in the middle of the water and can't breathe water. It can help.
Yeah, I mean, handy. It,
I
it
don't
will,
know.
it will increase my odds of survival by an arbitrary.
Here's another
I'm-
one with which you can run away faster.
I'm tempted to try something sly.
I don't think we should. He'll see through it, and I want to just go in there, try and convince him, and then fulfill the bargain, and then hopefully he'll be on
Okay.
our side by then.
Like Via looks slightly defeated, which is like, okay.
I don't want it because if we try something sly and he finds out, then he won't trust us.
Well, no, all I was going to do was take one of my feathers and put them in other Via's head, like hair, so that I could at least see if you were going to be in danger.
I
If
mean,
things were going south.
yeah.
That's not overly sly. That should work.
I don't think things like blind sight and true sight can say that.
Sure.
It's essentially like divination, but the item is visible.
Detect magic, I guess. Might prove bullshit.
It's weird, tricksy hag magic.
That's still magic.
If he's not using it.
I mean, yeah, he shouldn't be using it all the time, right?
He would have to actively look out for it. So
So
And if he's using true sight, he probably won't be able to do that at the same time.
I guess I head into
Uh,
the great white.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pluck just a feather out of my hair and put it in the other Via's head. But it'll just be a mundane feather until later, so
Cool.
it does nothing.
Then me and other Via will head through the portal.
I mean, we're all going because we still have to go like through the bit of the Feywild into the house, through the garden, and like be
Yeah.
in the building. Especially if we're going to help you in the event that shit goes down. But it shouldn't, because he is still like a fair deal maker, and if you hold up your end of the bargain,
I mean, yeah, the bargain isn't that she dies. The
Vi-
bargain
vi-
is just that I get her to him, and then that should fulfill the bargain.
mm,
And then it's just about convincing him not to murder
Actually,
her. instantly.
Another thing Via will do is she'll hand you a scroll and say, worst case scenario, if you need to get you and her out of there, use this. It's a scroll of
Okay.
plane shift.
Okay, I'll
Add a scroll of plane shift to your inventory.
got it. Just in case of In case of emergency, break plane chain.
Yeah. And I'm going to be using this to keep an eye on you, so we'll meet back at Phandelver. If you use it, me and the others will just fucking run.
Yep.
What to do? Like, looks at other Via, because she must be looking so scared, and she's like, just try and twist it so that she doesn't die.
I mean, I will say everything. I will try everything within my power to make sure that this Via does not die.
While we're doing the walk,
I mean, something's gonna happen before the walk, but go on.
oh, okay. While we're on the walk, Via's going to be looking at Dad's papers and considering whether she can use them to. I mean, I know I'm taking the piss more and more and more with these things, which is considering whether she can do just something little, tiny, and cast enhance ability on Lumen to give him what's the charisma one?
Persuasion.
Yeah, but they all have like crazy names like Bull's Strength and Fox's Cunning and shit.
Better charisma-ness. I don't know.
Yeah, the charisma animal,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
the cute puppy.
Lumen comes in there, draped in the energy of a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Nothing's different.
So,
Eagle's Splendor.
is
Which
it an agreement that what you're currently doing is stepping through the portal into Fearland?
Yeah.
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 Okay, everyone successfully steps through the portal except one person.
Oh god.
Via. As you go to step through the portal, essentially time slows to like a halt. And you hear a voice in your head, of Mr. Old Eye Friend. Who
Old
said,
Eye
Steve
Friend.
2.
What, Xanathar?
no,
No, Steve
Oh,
2.
yeah, Steve 2.
yeah, the one from here. And he's like, okay, you're literally about to fuck yourself and all your friends. Being legit with you here, because you're my experiment. Take the eye, nothing bad will happen to you. At least, not for the real bad thing. Because he knows where you are, or is about to.
What do you mean? What does he mean? Take the eye?
I think you shouldn't have come to the Feywild, is the thing he's hinting at. And he wants you to put the Eye of Vecna in your head to prevent
I'm not putting the eye of Vector in your fucking head.
otherwise terrible thing that would have
It's not
occurred.
the Eye of Vecna, it's the Eye of Steve too.
Yeah.
Oh, the Eye of Steve 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you know
Way
who
less
I'm talking about.
Scary.
We all know above game where the fucking eye comes from.
Yeah.
No, no.
You can tell he's being
Can Via
serious
back
though.
off?
Hmm?
Can Via back off?
No. Essentially, it is like time has stopped as you're stepping into the portal.
So what can I do?
You could.
As,
Put the eye
essentially,
in?
you have the option to make a decision, yes or no.
You can put the eye in, or you can not put the eye in. Those are your choices. With the foreknowledge that Steve 2 thinks this is a bad idea.
And also did reference that I had gained his gaze.
So he's the one who was looking when I started trying casting big spells. Or bigger spells.
Well, whoever this he refers to is potentially yes.
Possibly Mind Flare God.
Can I communicate back to him?
Sure. What would you say back?
Why me? Also, isn't this just a great big game to you? Why
Yeah,
do you care? Why would you try to help? Why would you try to warn me?
because you're my subject. I'm curious about what the fuck's going on with you guys, and if he gets involved, then you'll just all die.
This whole nonsense thing is your doing, isn't it?
Kinda.
then answer me truthfully. What if we turn back? I got us into here. I can get us out. We haven't gone and spoke to him yet. We are literally on the threshold.
Oh, no, I only like barely caught that you were about to fuck up. Essentially, one way or another, you're stepping through that portal. It's up to
Yes,
you.
and I can get us back out of the Feywild pretty easily.
Oh, that'll be too late. Hey, you don't have to agree. I'm just trying to help out so that I can have some more interesting things to watch.
He can tell that she's really not willing to put the eye in her head.
You can also tell that despite him still thinking of you as like a plaything, he is being as genuine as you can understand this creature can be genuine.
Yeah, but she's not corrupting herself.
So that's a no then.
But I also don't want to like put it. But she also doesn't want to put anyone in danger. Fuck's sake.
I mean, maybe he's lying. You don't know.
Well, you said that you, as far as I can tell, he's being genuine.
Yes.
This is true.
Just because he just wants to fuck around some more.
But I think the divinations yesterday
Fuck.
revealed that it would be okay if everyone other than Via went into the Feywild.
I mean, should be thinking back. Fuck up is very vague. What's he gonna do? Just murder us all?
I mean, you wanted this place to not be erased, right?
I want to go home. I want all of us to go home. That's all I want.
Then you don't want this place erased while you're standing in it. But you've got like another minute or so. So take your time. The minute is because the time has not stopped. You are just slowly
It's
still
really,
moving.
really-
And it'll be a minute
So-
until you go
so
through
you-
the portal.
So you're literally admitting to this universe is just gonna blink out of existence now.
Probably.
It's got nothing to do with Dad, really.
Oh, nothing to do with him.
So what does the eye have to do with saving my other friends?
Can't draw
We
the
don't
gate.
even have above game because I know that I've stopped putting the voice on because this is all in head. We don't have the eye onward, do we?
We do. It's in
Oh,
Luna's
no.
bag.
We do. We have the eye. We have the book.
Yeah, you never actually gave Saloon the things to work on, just to look at.
I
You
thought
can't,
did.
you can't
Sorry.
just sneak into Lumen's bag, yoink the eye, plop it in eye socket. It'll cost you an eye.
Drop it in eye socket.
It'll cost you an eye,
it-
but it will mean we probably won't get blinked out of existence.
I thought that's what was happening to us anyway, that we weren't getting blinked out of existence. I thought that's what the necrotic shardle and shit was for.
Maybe maybe it only protects us while we're not standing in it. It's like
Maybe he's lying.
Maybe he's lying. For all in theory, could all be a lie.
Like Via's
Nothing bad will happen.
Via's thinking, I'm sure we've already been through a universe deletion and we just felt shit for a bit. Like Via 2 not I can't believe it's not Heckna. What was all that business when we were in that tavern then? We felt something, and then nobody knew who we were because we were evidently in a different universe. What was that nonsense? We didn't have the eye then.
Don't know. You've just explained something to me that I'm not aware of.
If I remember correctly, you did say at some point that a couple of singular had that were out of his control. Something like that.
To me, deforming and corrupting myself might just do nothing other than deform and corrupt myself.
I mean, it is.
No, that was Tekna saying that to him.
Sorry. Yeah.
Look, time's ticking. I'm just giving you a way of saving the people here. I'm not too fussed.
But ultimately,
What do we think,
yes,
people?
No, it's your decision at the moment.
Yeah,
You're
ultimately
alone on this, unfortunately.
we cannot input. It is ultimately Via's choice.
What will adding the eye do?
You'll lose an eye.
No, to Tekna.
He will gain the ability to see us at all times and know what we're doing, basically.
No, he's asking.
No, I'm asking Vecna
Alright.
what it's going to do in terms of not having us blink out of existence, essentially. Especially when she's like, I thought the necrotic chardlin was just what was doing that anyway.
Oh, if you put the eye in, it'll take you off his radar.
Whose?
I mean, there's some things I'm not going to tell you.
It'll be the Mind Flare God, won't it? Mind Flare or Soul. Alright, how do I want to phrase this? Because Via's still going to be a defiant little shit. But she wants to save everybody.
Might also be doing everybody.
Shove eye into cheek.
How do I want to phrase this? Again, sorry I'm taking ages, but I want this to be right. Because I don't want it to be potentially you guys all get screwed over as well, just because I'm just like, I don't want to put a fucking eye in my head. Especially not this Lich arseholes one.
I mean, we can always
totally
try and
valid.
remove the eye afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then Robo Eye. I just got that infusion slot back.
Back to the workshop.
Though, actually, before that, the logic of tried to do communication shit, saw that something noticed us. He says, can't believe it's not Heckna says, you're on his radar.
Mm-hmm.
We think Via's starting to think it's Mind Flare person. If they are the ones who, because then Heckna's going, this is my experiment, but there's bits and bobs out of his control. So what the frick does all that mean? Can I insight all that? Because maybe Via might put it together better than I can.
Fucking hell. You can do an insight, but you're gonna have to roll insanely well to get something out of this. There is something you can get out of this. That is not good enough.
Fine. What do you get? Oh, yeah. All he claims he wants out of it is to have more fun, to see what we do next.
Yeah, he's been very honest that whatever the fuck's going on with you could be like a problem to his plans and stuff. So he's just like really interested in seeing through what you go through so he can understand it.
then Via's like, begrudgingly. Oh, fuck, this is gonna be so fucking wrong. This is gonna go so fucking wrong. She begrudgingly goes, fine. And like, after it opens and the eye is in it, ready to go in. But she goes, but if I do this, I'm taking your fucking corruption. I want some answers out of you. Is that a deal?
We'll see.
Literally, no, she says,
No, that's what she said.
Deal.
That's what he says in response.
I'm gonna need you to say deal or no deal.
Time's a
Deal.
ticking. I don't need to give you anything.
Well, if you want more, it's not gonna be so entertaining if we don't know what the bloody hell we're doing, is it?
Look, I've never been able to watch one of the universes get destroyed firsthand. That would be quite entertaining as well.
Playing chicken with a god.
Fine. It tunes.
Okay, so everyone else, you walk through the portal and everything's fine, and then you're all on the other side.
And we get a squirt of blood from
No,
Via's
no.
exploded eye.
No squirt of blood. Via walks off and keeps her back to you guys.
Like, yeah, there was no quotation marks change. The eye was instantly in your head as you stepped through the portal.
Fair enough. Walks forward towards Dad, I guess.
You'll notice Via's not following you, by the way.
Via, you okay?
Which direction is Via going?
She's not going anywhere. She stood still.
You okay, Via?
Shakes head. Just go.
Okay.
I'll
Be
catch
right
up.
back.
No,
I'll
not to get
catch up.
Is it that?
I guess I'll keep walking towards Dad, I guess.
Is that the right map? It is the right
Yeah,
map.
it is.
Like, fuck for that.
And I'll just like waltz up to the door. And just be like, "Okay,
Without you, we don't know if something bad's happening. Because your feather isn't.
I can see anything. Like calls back to you. I can see anything around where she is. I.e. the other one.
Yeah, you don't. Like, the whole point is that you tell us that something bad's happening so we can all go in together now. Right?
You
At this
see
point, I think we're-
her flick a few like semantic gestures and mutter some verbal components. She turns around. She looks normal. Okay. I'll pull myself together.
Okay.
But she follows behind.
Did I really recognize what she's doing?
Give me an arcana.
It'd be a low roll.
Jesus.
Thaumaturgy. She's cast thaumaturgy to do something.
Fair enough.
But yeah. Knock, can I go in? I've got a fair bargain to uphold.
Knock knock, fair bargain. Housekeeping. I think this is a good place to end it before you go in.
Sure.
As horrible as it is, I will tell you, James, you did make the right choice.
Yeah.
Don't tell people that.
I knew James shouldn't have gone through when we did the divination stuff.
Next time, Daddy
I was literally
time.
hoping to make it a I'm endangering the mission, I shouldn't have come sort of moment.
Yeah,
But no.
he didn't reveal this to you, like this is out of character telling you, but basically he didn't notice until the last moment, but knew that if he waited till the very last possible moment, you would have almost no choice but to agree.
Well, yeah, because that's freaking. What's it called? Negotiation 101.
Yeah. So
Put-
he
put
probably
your-
could have stopped
your
time
opponent on a
much
fucking
sooner.
Time crunch.
And Via had the choice to literally just stop on the spot and turn around rather than.
Yeah,
Oh, it's kind of too late. She's already moving through the portal.
exactly.
Does that mean that we're in a different universe now?
No?
No. As far as as far as everyone else is aware, nothing has
Oh, so
nothing seems to have
it-
changed in any way.
the eye blocks whatever saw us, probably Mind Flare God, from seeing where as a result they're going, hang on a minute, we don't need to pop this one yet. Or something like that.
You would be able to assume yes, that essentially. That's what you think you get out of this deal.
Do I at least get whatever benefits the Eye of Vecna gives?
Oh yeah.
Ordinarily? Okay, I'll look at what they are. Let me
They're
guess.
quite-
You are fucking evil now. Right,
No.
thanks, game.
Nothing has
I don't know. I don't know what it does.
nothing has
It's
affected
pretty
you as of
strong.
yet.
I know, but I meant
It
yeah.
does, yeah.
It does have It does have stuff that like either turns you evil or it makes you evil when you're attuned to it or something. can't
I know
remember.
that's what I'm worried about.
But bear in mind, this isn't the exact Eye of Vecna because it's a Chardlin one.
Mm.
So it
Just out
might
of
be different.
just because I'm curious, I'm gonna read what it usually does. One minor beneficial property, one major beneficial property, one minor detriment. Gives true sight, X-ray vision, 8 charges, expend 1 or more charges it casts at DC 18, clairvoyance, crown of madness, disintegrate, dominate monster, or eye bite.
Remember, the
Um,
X-ray vision does give you levels of exhaustion when you use it.
It doesn't say it does here.
It says it works
Yeah.
as if you're using a ring of X-ray vision.
On
Which-
the ring of X-ray vision does it.
Yeah.
And
It
then
says,
it just,
But it
Yeah,
also
well,
says you can use as if you were.
Yeah, but also
not sure.
it says when you have the hand that it ignores the property that you don't suffer exhaustion. So I would
Oh,
assume
okay,
that when you
yeah,
only have the eye, you
okay.
okay,
definitely exhaust.
it doesn't turn you evil, but if you remove it, you die.
Properties: your alignment changes to neutral evil, and you gain true sight, X-ray vision. So it does change. It changes your alignment to neutral
Wait,
evil.
where's this one? That's not what I'm reading.
For the true side.
It's
Yeah.
not
That's
there.
in the line before the true side.
Yeah,
E-
properties of the eye.
Fucking right.
Either
Yeah.
way, that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Your alignment and you, Via, have not changed in any way except
I was gonna
your
say
eye.
I was gonna say I have a scroll of ceremony. I'll freaking use it.
No, you have
You want-
not
you want me to be-
changed in any way that you know of.
Oh, you want me to be a bad girl? Use as a scroll. Nah, cinnamon roll.
Oh, what a bad girl. Daddy likes a
Fucking-
bad girl.
Oh my god.
No! Like, she imagines that coming from Vecna. She's like, no! Plane
I think
grabs
that
grabs the scroll off Lumen, plane shifts into the plane of positive energy.
Cringe
What-
damage was too much.
what a,
Dies of
what a-
cringe damage.
what a perfect ending. Murdertha has a watch in him, and you die of
That
cringe
never
damage.
existed beforehand.
Yep. It's funny how those things happen in my campaign. Next time, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.